What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another tattoo practice. This time I'm doing an interesting one because the design I'm going with, or the basic one that I showed at the beginning, is actually the very first tattoo practice I ever did when I first got like an extremely cheap kit off of Amazon and decided I wanted to try tattooing. And I'll explain more about that one at a later time. I actually have a plan for another video about it, so I'll save that for that video. For this video, I decided to change up a little bit, not much, but a little bit of my needle choice. I'm still using an 18 round liner and a 3 round liner, but I also added in a 11 round liner from Easy Tattoo. And for the shading part of it, I'm using a 23 curved mag and a 7 curved mag, so a very tight curve on that. Running them all on my CNC WE between 7 to 9 volts like always. To start this piece off, I'm switching it up a little bit in how I'm using my line weights. For the branches on the background, I'm actually using my 11 round liner. Normally for the background pieces or bigger pieces, I use my 18 round liner, but I'm gonna try out using that, and then I'm gonna use the 18 round liner to outline the flowers. Now that I've gotten the outline of the flower done, I'm actually using a 3 round liner and going in, and I believe they're called pistils, the tiny stems on the inside of the flower. I'm using that to add those in, being the smallest objects on the piece itself. Now that the first flower is done, I'm going back in with the 11 round liner to line out the stem in the background underneath the smallest flower, and to also finish up the one under the second flower to the left of that. Now that the lining's done, I'm going with my 23 curved mag and adding some shading into it, starting at the very bottom of the branch and moving over to the flower before heading all the way up the piece. I'm basically just using whip shading throughout the entire piece. I don't think I really use anything else besides that on this piece. I think that's it. now all the shading's been done, and since the original piece was quote-unquote a color piece, because there's just me messing around with like some color, even though I had no idea what I was doing, I figured I should add some red into this piece as well, so I'm essentially just going through each flower and adding a bit of red to it. Adding the last bit of color to this piece and basically finishing it up, I really enjoyed doing this piece. It was very satisfying to see the progress I made, especially from that very first freaking practice I ever did. It was a nightmare doing that, but I really enjoy how this one turned out. So, and you always have to start from somewhere. So, if you guys enjoyed it, please leave a like and subscribe, and if you have any suggestions for designs to do or anything like that, and tell me if I did better. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.